today it's time to talk about nouns. And when there's more than one noun. We have singular nouns, people, places, things, where it's just one. And we have plural nouns when there's more than one. So today we're talking about when we add an ES or just an S. And we're going to focus on when we add an ES to make a noun plural. So we have dish or dishes. Dish is singular, dishes is plural. And then when we have dishes, it ends in an SH. That means we add the ES. We also have peach and peaches. When peaches is written and it has that CH and we make it plural from peach to peaches, we add an ES. Also on the bottom, matches. When we write matches, it ends in TCH. It gets an ES, not just an S. We have bus. When we make bus plural, it becomes buses. Bus ends in an S. It also gets an ES when it's made plural. And then we have dresses. Dresses has the double S. Guess what it gets? Not just an S, guys, an ES. And then we have fox turned into foxes. When fox becomes plural and foxes, it ends in an X, and you guessed it, it gets an ES. Let's take a look at how those words look when they're actually spelled out. We need to pay attention to when we add an ES, and it's when it's an SH, CH, TCH, S, double S, or an X. Let's make sure we really get good at recognizing that, being able to read it and write it. Take a look at these words written out with the ES added on to the noun to make it plural. So we have the word dish, and in the word dish, it ends with an SH, dish. In that case, we add the ES. Okay, great. Now, in the word peaches, we have peach as our base word. What's the end of the word peach? CH, that's right. So when there's a CH and you add an ending to make it plural, it's that ES. How about in the word matches? What's the base word? Match. What's the ending of matches? I'm sorry, just match. TCH. In that case, that ES is added. Okay, let's look at buses. What's the base word in buses? You see bus right there. Now, when we add an ending to make it plural, bus becomes buses with not just an S. That would look strange to us to have two S's together there. We'd add the ES. Now on dresses, we have the base word dress. It would look really weird to us there to have three S's together. So we need to recognize dress ends in two S's. And when a word ends in two S's and we make it plural, dress becomes dresses. You can see the ES. And on the bottom there, fox is the base word. What does fox end with? That's right, X. And we have to add the ES. Now, in this next segment, you're going to practice taking a base word and making it plural. Some of these words will need an S and some will need an ES. So you may want to take a moment and write down the endings of base words where you add the ES. It's going to be the SH, the CH, TCH, just an S, double S, or X. Write that down if you need to. Grab something to write with for a little word test. You're going to write the base word and make it plural. It's time to practice spelling some words. I'm going to give you the base word. You have to decide. Do you add an S or an ES to make this word plural? All right, your first word on the top there is inch. Write inches. I will give you about 5 to 10 seconds for each word. If you need longer than that, pause, check your notes. Maybe you wrote down if you should add an S or an ES based on the ending of that base word. Okay, here we go. Inch. You wrote inches. Good. Your next word is rug. Gets changed into rugs. Now, game gets turned into games. And glass, change it into glasses. Next, we have sock, gets turned into socks. And brush gets turned into brushes. Pause the video if you need any more time for those. And on the next part, you're gonna check your words. Hey, how'd you do? Look at your words right there. Did you get the ES on inches, glasses, and brushes? Good job. Inch, because it ends in what? CH gets inches, ES there. Glasses, why does it get an ES? Yep, the base word ends in double S. And we have brush turned into brushes, gets the ES because it ends in SH. Well done. Then rugs, games, and socks. They just get an S. They do not get that ES. All right, second graders, get ready. You may have to take some notes on this spelling pattern. It has to do with the ES, but it has to do with changing the base word if it ends in a certain way. So let's look at these words. Wolf and loaf. What do they end with? You said F, right? Loaf, wolf, easy peasy. But when you want to make it into wolves and loaves, I saw a pack of wolves. I hope you didn't eat a lot of loaves of bread. You might have a bellyache from that. But you walked down the grocery aisle, you saw all the loaves of bread. When we make those words plural and they end in an F, we have to make a change. And you probably already see the change that was made here. We changed that F into a V. You actually hear wolves. You hear the B. We don't say wolves with that F sound. Change that F into a V and add the ES. Okay, over on this side, we have another spelling pattern. Still with the ES, but we change the Y at the end of a word. We have baby and pony. Baby and pony both end in a Y. When a word ends in a Y and you're adding that ending with that ES, making it plural, we're going babies and ponies. I always wished growing up that I had a lot of ponies, right? I don't just want one pony, I want a lot of ponies. We change that Y to an I and we add the ES. Do you see how that happens there? Change the Y to an I and add ES. So in these two cases, we're changing the end of the base word and we're adding the ES. Did you think you were gonna have more time for some examples before we jumped into writing some words? Sorry, second graders, I think you're ready. Grab marker, pencil, paper, whiteboard, whatever you're writing on, and let's take on the challenge of spelling some words, some nouns, and making them plural. You're gonna have to decide, do I change the base word? Do I change an F to a V or a Y to an I and add the ES? Or do I just add the S? Let's go ahead and see. We're gonna start with the word puppy, and I need you to change it to puppies. All right, remember, pause if you ever need more time. The next word on our list is book, and we're gonna make it plural, books. There's shelf. I don't have one shelf in my classroom. I have a lot of shelves. Change shelf into shelves. Below shelf, we have lamp. Change lamp into lamps. Now, change story into stories. Now on the bottom, elf. Change elf into elves. Good job. Let's check our work. Hey, how did you do? Did you see how book and lamp, books and lamps are the only two words that you wrote where you just added an S? All of the other words, puppies, shelves, stories, elves, you had to make a change. And on puppy and story, you changed the Y to an I and added the ES. On shelves and elves, you changed that F to a V and added the ES. You're doing great.